Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about this video. Today we're going to be talking about smelling good. This is something that I'm so passionate about. I think that outside of it being something that is good or something you aspire to, I also think that it's the respectable thing to do, especially if you're going to be spending time around other people. I'm not going to be teaching you guys or talking about how to smell like a perfume or smell like a particular fragrance in this video. No, we're going to get right into it. We will talk about fragrance, but we're going to get to the root of the matter, all the things to do to ensure that you don't smell musty, all the things to do to ensure that you get rid of any lingering odors. If this is something that you're interested in, or if you're just interested in upping your hygiene game, this video is for you. If there's one thing that I'm very passionate about, it is smelling good. I think that over the years, you guys should have figured this out by now, but I wanted to do a video dedicated to it, okay? Most of the time when people talk about smelling good, they're talking about perfumes. Perfumes are good, but they are like the last step after you've done a lot of other important things. If your hygiene is not right, if you're not doing all the right things, perfumes will just mask an odor. And there's nothing worse sometimes than, when you can tell that there is a bad odor and someone has tried to mask it with perfumes so you can smell the bad odor beneath the perfume. You don't want to be that person. So in this video, I'm going to take you guys through everything that I do in the morning. I have all my products laid out in front of me right here. So let's get into it. The first thing that I would highly recommend if you're someone who wants to smell good is to get yourself a good bar of soap. Now, we'll talk about some brands that I like, but bar soaps are so underrated and I love them so much because they are also the much more affordable option. I think that if the option was placed in front of me to either get a bar of soap or get shower gel, I will pick bar soaps because one, they're just the system is very straightforward with them. They are also just much cheaper, and some of the brands who make really good shower gels also make really good bar soaps, okay? So for me, I love bar soaps from two different brands. One, the reason why I think I keep repurchasing it is largely nostalgia, and it's Irish Spring. They've changed their packaging in recent times, and I used to use this back in secondary school. I think that it is so good. And one thing I like about Irish Spring is the fresh fragrance that you get with it. It smells like heavenly, in my opinion. It smells really good. And if you're someone who is looking for something to cleanse the body and also have a very nice fragrance linger afterwards, then consider Irish Spring. Another brand that I really love for bar soaps is Dove. I'm kind of at a stage now where I'm trying the different scents that they have. Typically, for the longest time, my go-to scent was the original one, the white and blue one. Very recently, I tried the pink one, loved it. Went to the store recently, saw that they had the green one, the refreshing one. I got that as well. Dove also not as expensive as even the Dove shower gels. Get yourself a good bar of soap, lather it, okay, work it into a sponge or a loofah and use that to scrub your body down. The third thing, obviously, now on my list is going to be a very good loofah. If you have very sensitive skin and your skin is not that dry, just get the regular fluffy type of loofah. However, if you have extremely dry skin, then I'd highly recommend that you get the African sponge. Those ones have more grit to them. They are going to get rid of all the dead skin cells. I don't like them sometimes because I find that if I scrub my body too hard, then my skin will start hurting. But if this is not a problem for you, get yourself a good African sponge. Use this to scrub your body. Use this to get into the nooks and crannies. Scrub, okay? Get rid of everything and then rinse out with water. Another step that I think is a bit optional, I don't think you have to do the two, but I do this thing sometimes where I would use a bar soap to cleanse. When the weather is much drier, then I'll go in with shower gel because a lot of shower gels tend to have more moisturizing properties and they might leave your skin a bit more hydrated. Not all of them, some of them. So I'd say also get a good shower gel. There's so many shower gels from different brands. My go-to one at the moment is this one from Tahiti. You guys saw me grab this in my body care restore stock video. Just get a good shower gel. I love the Tahiti ones because they smell really good, and from fragrance to fragrance, it's just an experience. So I got about 4, and every single time I've opened a new bottle, I'm just like looking forward to what the shower will smell like consistently for that week. So get yourself a good shower gel. Honestly, it's up to you what you decide to get, but just know that depending on what shower gel you get, it's like 2-factor authentication, I would say. You're cleansed properly, and when you go in for that second cleanse, as long as the shower gel does not dry you out, I just feel like you've cleansed your skin even better. Now for the soap, I definitely always would go in with a loofah. With shower gels, you don't necessarily have to, especially if you've already used a loofah with the soap. Just work the shower gel into your hands and then rub it all over your skin and then rinse out. You're going to come out smelling so good. If you cannot get your hands on the Tahiti shower gel, one brand that I really like and I would highly recommend is St. Ives. I love their shower gels. I think that they are very accessible, very easy to get. Depending on where you go, what supermarkets, it's always mostly likely available on the shelves. So St. Ives, they have really good ones. I love the pink grapefruit one. They have a pink grapefruit one, and that one smells so good. It smells incredible, honestly. It has a very refreshing scent that just makes you feel very refreshed when you come out of the shower. The next thing that I would highly recommend if you are interested in smelling good is to make sure that you are exfoliating consistently. You don't have to do this on a daily basis, but just make sure that this is something that you do at least once a week. Exfoliating is going to help you get rid of all the dead skin cells, and a lot of times bacteria likes to go and mingle. It likes to mingle with dead skin cells. And that is the reason why sometimes people just have very bad odors that they're not even sure where it's coming from. It's because there are parts of your body where you have dead skin cells and bacteria has entered the mix. And one way to ensure that this is not something you deal with is to make sure that you are exfoliating. One good product that I would highly recommend is this scrub. This vitamin C scrub from Tree Hut. I've spoken to you guys about this scrub before. It's my go-to scrub. I think that Tree Hut in general, they have some really good scrubs. This has very nice fragrance and it's also moisturizing. So it's not one of those scrubs that you would use and you would leave the shower feeling really dry. Your body will feel really hydrated and slippery after you've used this and rinsed it off. So I'd highly recommend that you go in with a physical scrub at least 1 to 2 times a week. If you cannot get your hands on the Tree Hut scrub, then I'd recommend that you try the one from Arami Essentials. They have really good scrubs as well. Just make sure that you take this and you work it into all the parts of your body where you know that you're most likely going to have dead skin cells. So this area here, like your neck, I think that people forget sometimes that parts of the body that you fold a lot, that you can actually harbor things there. So if you have folds on your neck, if you don't have folds on your neck, and I'm even saying neck because I feel like the neck is one of those areas where people don't focus on a lot when they're in the shower. So one way to make sure that you're still not accumulating anything in that area is to go in with a scrub. Your elbows, the folds in front of your elbows, your knees, behind your knees as well. Just different parts of your body, guys. Parts of your body where you know that you have folds, go in with a scrub. It is going to help you so much. It's going to get rid of all the odors. It's going to help with just smells in general. So use a scrub. If you have sensitive skin, and even if your skin is not sensitive, period, if you're someone who uses deodorants like all of us do, one thing I'd recommend is glycolic acid. Now, I personally love the one from The Ordinary. They're 7% glycolic acid, their exfoliating toner. When I initially started using this product, I would use it as a toner for my face to get rid of like dead skin cells. But this product is such a powerhouse, guys, and I don't think that I'll stop recommending it anytime soon. So I use this on my face sometimes, and I remember, like I told you guys already, that I had bumps on my chest. I used this product and it got rid of all those bumps. Now, one part of the body where I think that people have spoken about this before, but just in case you've not heard, this is a very good product to use on your immediate underarms, because if you use deodorant and you're just very active, we tend to actually accumulate dead skin cells in that area. A lot of the time we just try to wash it as much as we can and then we go back in with deodorant. You need to actually just kind of wipe things down at least 1 to 2 times a week as well. I go in with a cotton pad, basically a white cotton pad, and I just use this to wipe everything out. And outside of the fact that glycolic acid is going to help you get rid of dead skin cells and eliminate odors, it's also going to help with hyperpigmentation if you're someone who struggles with hyperpigmentation in your immediate underarms. So I'd highly recommend glycolic acid because it will help keep the odors at bay. It's doing multiple things for you at the same time. Next thing that I'm going to highly recommend that you do is use deodorant. deodorant. This one from Dove is the one that I currently use. This is basically their regular spray deodorant, but this particular scent is pear and aloe vera. I also like the blue cap, the regular one too. I wish I had an aluminium free recommendation for you guys, but I live in a hot, humid country and I am yet to come across a good one that doesn't have some of the ingredients that, you know, we talk about these days and not in a good way. So I use this one. It gets the job done. I've been using it for years. If you're looking for a good deodorant to just help you combat odors, try the Dove one. I like it. Now, when the weather is a bit dry, because when the weather is dry, sometimes it makes that area very dry and it can make whatever you're wearing like chafe that area. I hope that the right word is chafe. But I go in with a roll-on. The same thing from Dove. But this one has 0% alcohol, which is good. This one, I just go in with a Dove roll-on and I use this in that area. It will do the same thing that the spray does, but I prefer to use the roll-on when the weather is a bit dry. Make sure that you're using deodorant, guys. It is not something that is keepable. This is very, very serious, because if you do every single thing I say in this video, but you are not using a deodorant or an antiperspirant, you can run into serious issues. So try and invest in one. Try different ones out if you don't like the one that I just recommended, but these ones work for me and they smell good. Next thing that I'm going to highly recommend that you take seriously is your oral hygiene. This is not also something that you make an afterthought. You have to make sure that you are brushing your teeth consistently. You have to make sure that you're flossing after you eat, and even when you don't eat, you have to make sure that you are just taking care of your breath, your tongue, especially because sometimes people brush their teeth a lot and they don't pay enough attention to the tongue. The tongue is actually the problem. The tongue is the culprit most of the time. So you have to make sure that you're doing all those things. Make sure that you have your hygiene routine on lock and that you're cleaning your mouth morning and night consistently. The one toothpaste that I'm going to recommend for anyone who is interested is this Sensodyne Rapid Action. I've spoken to you guys about this multiple times. I think that it works great. I love it especially because it works great for my teeth sensitivity. But I've had teeth sensitivity for quite some time now, and a lot of toothpastes are just not it. This one works for me. So if you're looking for a toothpaste that actually would clean properly but would also help you with sensitivity, try the Sensodyne Rapid Action. Make sure that you have a good toothbrush. I love this one from the brand Purell. I get it from the supermarket. It's firm. Okay, it says medium, but it's not soft and fluffy. One thing I'd actually recommend that adults do is invest in toothbrush that does not have the same feel as what children use, because some of these toothbrushes are so soft and so flimsy that they're actually not scrubbing anything. You're just kind of wiping them back and forth in your mouth. Make sure that even if it's soft, that it's not flimsy. So invest in good toothbrush. Use something really good. Use it to scrub your teeth. Use it to, not scrub, use it to brush your teeth, and use it to brush your tongue as well. There are two things that I like to use for two-factor authentication when it comes to oral hygiene. I like to use a tongue scraper. For anyone who is not familiar with tongue scrapers, this is what they look like. So you take this and you go in, okay, and scrape out all the things that you have on the surface of your tongue. Don't be too rough with this because you also don't want to hurt yourself, but make sure that you at least try, because it's going to get rid of some things on the surface. If you prefer to brush your tongue, that's fine, but some people don't like the feel of toothbrush on their tongue, especially if it's a very firm or hard toothbrush. If that's the case for you, then get a tongue scraper. Sometimes I don't like the feel of my toothbrush kind of like, you know, because it's medium, it's not really soft. So I go in with a tongue scraper. Just use whatever works for you, but just make sure that you are getting rid of all the stuff. The next thing that is non-negotiable for me when it comes to oral hygiene is mouthwash. There are different brands out there that they claim to do different things. The one thing that I would highly recommend, because I feel like sometimes people think that mouthwash is to gargle on when you have odors. To make sure that the odors are not even there in the first place, just get a mouthwash. I love this one from Aquafresh. It's my go-to. There's another one from Cosodale that I use sometimes upstairs, but this one is really good, and this is my daily mouthwash. It's very, very mild. It doesn't have that whole alcohol sting that you get. I don't even think that this has alcohol, to be honest. This particular packaging, it doesn't say alcohol free, but I promise you, I think the first time I ever bought this, it had alcohol free written on it. Just get yourself a good mouthwash. This one is good. If you're interested, I'm going to have it linked in the description box, but get a good mouthwash and use that to rinse out your mouth morning and night. Gargle on that. it's going to help. Just make sure that it's a mild mouthwash. You don't want anything that is too strong. The next thing that I want to talk about quickly, because I think that people skip this part, especially when they are talking about good hygiene in general, is hair removal. Now, talking about hair removal can be a bit controversial because some people actually like to keep their hair, like the hair that they have in their private places. That's okay. But the thing, however, I want to say is this, because I'll touch on hair removal if you're someone who's interested in this. If you're not interested in hair removal, I would say make sure that you're actually washing the hair. I think that this is very important feedback because sometimes people have hair in their private parts, which is good, nothing wrong with that. The thing, however, is that when they wash, they focus on washing the intimate parts and they don't wash the areas where they have hair. And sometimes that is the main place where the smell is coming from. So one thing that I'd highly recommend to anybody who is watching this, if you like to keep hair, just make sure that you're washing it properly. Whatever soap, like I think bar soaps are so perfect for this. The Dove one that I shared, so perfect for this. Make sure you use the bar soap, lather it, work it all over that area and rinse out. You should be good to go. But make sure you're washing the hair. That's non-negotiable. But if you're a big fan of hair removal, one thing that I'd always highly recommend is waxing. The thing, however, is just that waxing can be a bit expensive, especially if you're doing it consistently and if your hair grows really fast. A much more affordable option is to shave. But when I say shave, I don't mean going in with shaving sticks without any kind of shaving foam or shaving oil. That's where you get the bumps from. So sometimes when people want to shave, they just take the shaving stick and they go over the area dry. You're going to get bumps. It's going to itch. You're going to get ingrown hairs. So when you want to remove your hair, what I'd highly recommend is that you do the shaving oil and shaving stick combination. You can also use shaving foam. One good shave oil that I like is the one from EOS, this one, okay? This is the cashmere shave oil. I do about 2 pumps, work this into the area that I want to shave, and then go over that area with a shaving stick. Now, the shaving sticks that I love for my body is this big one. I think this is a French word, but it says Miss Soleil. I don't know where this word is from, but guys, I always buy this from the supermarket. You get 2 in a pack. You can use any one, to be honest. I'd say women actually stick to shaving sticks. That you see that the packaging is basically targeted at women because they factored in what type of shaving you're going to use the shaving sticks to do. Avoid the ones for men. However, if you don't find the ones for women, you can get the ones for men as well, but you just have to be very careful. Because sometimes the one that they market towards like men or they market to men, it's for shaving beards. So just bear this in mind. So yeah, if you're going to shave, make sure you're using a shaving oil or a shaving foam. I think that EOS also has a shaving foam. I'm going to leave a picture somewhere on the screen. You can also consider that if you don't like oils, but yeah, just shave with an oil or a foam. The next part of the body that I feel like is often neglected, especially for Black women sometimes, is hair. So we're going to talk about hair really quickly and the things that I do to my hair or I ensure that I do all the time to make sure that my hair smells nice. First of all, I think that you should be washing your hair at least once every 2 weeks. I know that this is also a bit controversial, but this is also something that I know my trichologist recommended. So if you have like dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis, there's so much going on your scalp that you need to actually let water touch it every 2 weeks. I personally like to change out hairstyles that I cannot wash every 2 weeks, or if I have like sew-ins, then I make sure that I wash the sew-ins every 2 weeks. I'd highly recommend that you do this. It's going to help you get rid of odors. And most of the time when we have extensions on our head, these things, they absorb smells like from the kitchen. Like when you're cooking, when you fried something, when you've cooked something, you can notice, or you will notice sometimes, that your hair will smell like the food. So you have to bear things like this in mind. So first of all, make sure that you're washing your hair at least once every 2 weeks. And for my girlies who love sew-ins just as much as I do, I would recommend that you co-wash your leave out. So instead of using regular shampoo, if you're worried that it would dry out your hair or strip it out, use a very good co-wash product. If you're not sure what co-wash is, or if you don't know what co-wash is, it's basically products that are kind of like a combination of conditioners and shampoos. So get one of those and use this to wash the parts of your hair or the leave outs that you have. It's going to get rid of any smell, anything lingering, any gel buildup, anything that could trap smells. It's going to get rid of it. Okay. One that I really like is this one from Taraji P. Henson's brand. This is, I'm going to leave a picture and a full name for this because I've had this in my shower for so long that the name has washed off, but this is very good. It will help you cleanse. It's going to moisturize. So it even says it on the packaging that it's a rich co-wash and it's going to moisturize, condition and cleanse. You want a product that can do this for you. For situations where you know that you've just recently washed your hair, but maybe you've been in the kitchen and you notice that your hair now smells like food. One thing that I feel like we don't talk about enough as Black women, especially when we have sew-ins, wigs, weaves on, is dry shampoos. Okay. I think that most times when we talk about them, we talk about using them to remove like oils or grease or product buildup from our extensions. But for your own natural hair, dry shampoos also work. As long as you're taking good care of your hair, there's nothing wrong with dry shampoos. One that I actually really love is from this Nigerian brand called Hair by Eni. I love it. It says sweat odor neutralization. I got this from a store in Lekki and I love the fragrance that you get with this particular dry shampoo. You get about 150 ml of product. This would remove all the greasy buildup from your hair, but it will also leave your hair smelling really nice. So in situations where you feel like your hair now smells like food, or you used an oil, or you use something and you just want to revive your hair and make your hair smell good, if you're in between washing or in between washes, use a dry shampoo. Another brand that is really good is this one called Living Proof. I got this from Amazon. It's their advanced clean dry shampoo. This is really good. I like the smell, but compared to the Hair by Anyone, I prefer the fragrance on that one much better. But this is a very good dry shampoo. It's a powerhouse. So if you're someone who wears wigs, weaves, consider getting a dry shampoo and just having it on your table so that it's easy for you to reach when you deal with the situations that I've just explained. For hair, last thing that I'd highly recommend for my girlies who love to wear wigs is to ditch the cornrows. One, cornrows, you'd have to like repeat the style very often because they can get rough really quickly. And when you have cornrows on, washing your hair, is a bit tricky. You have to take it off in order to wash. One thing that I'd highly recommend is single twists or single braids. You know the single twist braids that you can do with natural hair. If you also have relaxed hair, if you go to a good hair braider, they know how to navigate this. Because I did this last year. Around the time when I wanted to wear wigs back to back, I just switched to single braids because my hair is very fine, so braids worked better than twists. I'd say do this. What this does is that it allows you to wash your hair and you don't have to change it up like after 2 weeks, but you can wash your hair after 2 weeks. What I like to do is I would go in with this. This is so highly recommended. These silicone scalp scrubbers, I get these from AliExpress. They are so cheap. You get this, you put some of the co-wash on this, and then you use this to scrub your scalp. It's going to get rid of any product buildup or anything that could cause odors, cause itching, or stress you out. I'd highly recommend that you consider this. Because it will help you keep your hair smelling really fresh and it will help you carry your protective style for much longer and just in general eliminate odors that you might struggle with sometimes. So let's talk about body lotions, because outside of hydrating a lot of the time, a good body lotion that has good fragrance is going to make you smell good. I have some that I really love and we're going to go over them really quickly. The first body lotion that I have on my list is the EOS one. So I really love the vanilla cashmere one. One thing I'm going to say to you guys, however, is that I realized after using this that the consistency you get with this lotion, it was actually made for a cup. I was complaining about the bottles and some of you recommended that I try the cup, and I don't think I would ever get this product in a bottle again. It smells incredible. The vanilla cashmere one makes you smell so edible. If you're also someone who uses the entire collection at once, you're going to smell so incredible. So I would say get a good body lotion. I love this one. Another one that I really love is this one from the brand Koba. It's their Milk It body lotion. It's my current one. It's very hydrating, but it doesn't sit heavy on the skin. This has a very light citrusy scent, and all in all, it smells good. And outside of just making you smell good, this has niacinamide in it. It's going to help you tackle or get rid of any hyperpigmentation or discoloration that you have going on. So yeah, it smells citrusy if that's your thing. And the last one is my most recent purchase when it comes to body butters. It's the Salt Air one. This one is Santal Bloom. I've spoken to you guys about this before. It smells incredible. It smells so good. And all these body lotions are very hydrating, very moisturizing. If you love smelling edible, like you love gourmands, get this one. If you love like citrusy, like scents, get this one, the Koba one. If you like smelling like actual perfume, or you want something a bit more floral but not too floral, get Santal Bloom. Final thing that we're going to talk about would be fragrance. And I feel like when it comes to fragrance, there are different stratas, different levels. Okay, so let's go over mists first. When it comes to body mists, I really love the Sol de Janeiro ones. I've used quite a few of them, but out of all of them, this is my favorite. And this is the Cheirosa 59. I got a sample kit that had all the popular ones, and this smells really good. So this is for like days when you're not going anywhere, like you've done your body care, you've come out of the shower, or even nighttime, you've done everything, but you want to smell like nice without going in with perfume. I would say get a body mist. This one is so good. Another type of product that I would recommend would be the type of body mists that are made for the skin and hair at the same time. So these ones, you can just spray them from head to toe. And one of my favorites is this one from Noise, and they have this, all their perfumes, they have body mists that match those fragrances, but I have one in on mute right now, and I like to just spray this all over. It looks like this. One thing I like about Noise is that they are very intentional with their fragrances. They are very unique. They don't smell like very commercial. Like sometimes what you smell is very unexpected. Like they have fragrances that match certain vibes. Basically, the only way they explain them is by explaining like the mood or the feelings that these fragrances evoke. So this I really like. We're going to move on to perfumes now, but first we're going to start with hair perfumes. I know that some of you are like, ooh, perfume for hair? Yeah, they exist, guys. Boys and girls, they do. My favorite right now is this Fleur de Peau one from Diptyque. Diptyque has some fantastic perfumes, okay? One thing I love about their perfumes is the fact that they make hair perfumes that correspond with their regular perfume bottles. Fleur de Peau is fantastic. It has a whole line fragrance-wise with them. But the reason why hair perfumes exist is that people want their hair to smell nice. For regular perfumes, the ones you spray on your clothes and your body, sometimes or most times they have alcohol. So what brands do is that they formulate perfumes for the hair that don't have alcohol in them, because one thing alcohol is going to do is dry out your hair. You don't want alcohol anywhere near your hair. So this hair perfume from Diptyque, I would highly recommend. I got this in the advent calendar that I bought from them back in December. Prior to that, I didn't even know that this was a thing, and now I'm obsessed. If I run out of this bottle, I'm going to get another one. Another brand that I know that has a very good hair perfume, very good hair fragrance mist is Huda Beauty. They have a very popular one that I've used over the years. So if you can't get this, try that one. I know that that one is available in Sephora or with any vendor that sells Huda Beauty products, and you can also get it directly from their website. For regular perfumes, the first one that I have on my list, guys, I think I owe you guys an updated perfume video, because I used to do this thing where every year I'll tell you guys what my top perfumes for that year was. So I'll do one at some point this year, but I'm going to show you guys my absolute favorite perfumes at the moment. One perfume that I'd highly recommend would be the Amouage Love Delight. It smells incredible. This was my wedding fragrance, by the way. That's how much I love it. I think that it's a fantastic fragrance and one of the best things that Amouage has to offer. Perfumes are good, but they should come after all the things that we've just gone over, okay? So I love this one from Amouage. Another perfume that I'd highly recommend is Penhaligon's Empressa. I've spoken about this last year, talked to you guys about it in previous vlogs. I really love it. It's literally their best-selling perfume for women for a reason. It looks like this. I don't think that Empressa is overrated at all. It makes you smell so sophisticated. It's just a beautiful fragrance. So if you're looking for something that smells very sophisticated, very bougie, I'd highly recommend that you check out Empressa. The final product and final perfume that I have on my list is Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. I actually smelled this on my sister last year and she smelled so good. I was like, what are you wearing? And she said she's wearing Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. And I've had some of you reach out to me basically talking about how much you love this perfume because you bought it after I recommended it last year. This one is the cheapest out of the three that I've just shown you guys, but I'd highly recommend it. It smells incredible. When I want to confuse people and smell magnetic. I like to combine Empressa from Penhaligon's with Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. It's just a beautiful combination. So yeah, these are things I think you should be doing to smell good all the time. I think that outside of this just making for very good body hygiene, it's also going to help you cultivate good habits. Good hygiene, smelling good, it goes beyond spraying perfume. That's just not what will make you smell good all the time. So I hope that some of you have found this video very helpful. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to me if you're not yet subscribed. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.